Good morning, people. LP2000 right back at you with another figure review, and this time I'm going to be doing the X Plus 25cm Mothra 1961. As you can see, I got the beautiful figure of Mothra right here, and I'm going to just get right into it. I'm going to skip the box because it's back there buried with the other boxes, but it's basically like the 25cm King Ghidorah box, with an all-white box with the silhouette of the monster on the front, as well as Mothra in Japanese. The 25cm Rodan 1956 and 1964 had the same type of situation with the box, with the all-white box with the silhouette of the monster on the front, as well as Kumonga. So the box is basically no different from Mothra. So let's get into the figure. This figure was released originally in 2012 as a part of the large monster series, Toho large monster series, 25cm range. And it just got reissued late last year, 2014. I have the standard. I don't have the Rick Boyd that comes up with light up eyes or whatever. It's no big deal. I mean, there are some figures I'm a fan for the light up, and there's some figures that I'm not a fan of. But even still, this figure is so beautiful. Whether you get the Rick Boyd or the standard, it still is a win-win situation. And like I said, it's from This is from her appearance in her debut movie, Mothra, 1961, the Toho Blu-ray. Get your hands on it. Now, as far as the figure is concerned, the figure is absolutely beautiful. From the way the wings are colored, from the top and from the bottom. Just colors all over her body here, the tail end of her body with the brick reddish color right here on the tail end that goes around in a circle. I'm not too familiar with the butterfly parts or what they're actually called, so just bear with me. As well as her antennas, the face, her eyes. There's like little small, as you can, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's like little small, little circles in her eyes, the same way as they were in the movies. Once again, superb detail shown by X Plus. They never failed to impress. They got this figure down pat. Amazingly done. Outstanding job. As well as her mouth here. It doesn't open. There's really not any articulation on this figure. The legs can move just a little bit, but they're not meant to do so. So I highly recommend don't try to force it, otherwise you may cause some breakage. But everything on this figure is spot on. And I believe that Mothra is a vital figure to add to your collection. Some fans don't like Mothra. Some fans figure that she was shooed in on a couple of Godzilla films or whatever. But to me, like Gamera, she has carved her own niche in the kaiju landscape, and she's her own monster. And this figure is a beautiful representation of that. All the way down here to the base, it's more like it's a rocky base. Probably based off her home from Infant Island. And right here in the middle, it has the symbol of the Mothra symbol. Excuse me, it has the Mothra symbol right here embedded in the rock, with the cross, with the lines going down in all directions. So, just a beautiful, wonderful figure, and it will add variety and color to your collection if you do are able to find one, or if you're able to get one. Aside from the detail and the color and just the overall sculpt, the paint job, everything about this figure is magnificent. Aside from that, the one thing I love about this figure the most is the fact that I can put this figure can go with so many different monsters for an awesome setup. And that's how I display my figures sometimes. I like to display my figures with the dancing partner, so to speak, to depict each movie that they're in. At least, you know, I don't have every monster out there. I want to get there someday maybe, but I don't have every monster. So to suffice, I substitute this Mothra, for example, with other monsters from the film that she appeared in. Mind you, this version of Mothra is not in every film that Mothra is in. But, you know, unless you're OCD, it doesn't really matter. But that's how I like to display my figures. Before I get into the setups, let me do a little size comparison with another Mothra that I have. It's kind of heavy, so bear with me. Woo, there you go. And this is the Mothra 1964. Hopefully the camera can get in, can show it. This is the Mothra 1964 from X Plus USA, a subsidiary American company from X Plus in Osaka. The same people that made the resin King Ghidorah that I had on my video a while back. And basically, this is from the 1964 film Mothra vs. Godzilla, as you can tell with the egg right here, and it's made of resin. My only gripe about this figure is that it's not vibrant, it's not colorful like this one, because that's how Mothra was in the movie. She didn't get more of a darker tone until like in the Millennium movies, maybe in more so Final Wars than Tokyo SOS. But my only gripe about this is that it didn't have the vibrant colors that this one has. But apparently there's going to be a new Mothra 64 coming out with a giant egg on the base. So hopefully that Mothra will take a page from this Mothra and be more vibrant and colorful. But even still, they both look very awesome together. So let me get this out of the way. This is so heavy. Oh boy, there goes my back. I'm just kidding. Alright, like I said, there are so many setups this figure can go with if you have the monsters to put it with. So let's just run them down. I mean, I don't have a couple monsters I'd like to showcase with. So if you want to do her debut movie, Mothra 1961, you can have this. This is the Mothra 1961 Diamond reissue, as well as the Mothra adult version 1961. So you can have this setup if you want to. Or you can have my favorite film in the entire franchise, Mothra vs. Godzilla. Now Godzilla is not in scale with Mothra a little bit. The 25cm Godzilla 64 would go perfectly with this Mothra. Obviously, this is the Mothra 1961. And that's another thing. It's 25cm, but this Mothra is really, really big. It's 15 inches in height and almost 23 inches wide with her wingspan. So she could pass for a 30cm, really. But, you know, some figures kind of cross that line between 25 and 30. Like Kamanga, he looks like a 30cm figure. You know, and there are other figures out there that kind of crosses that line. But with this setup right here, it kind of looks kind of perfect in a way. Godzilla may be a little bit, a tad bit too big for movie action purposes, but still, it's still an awesome setup with this. There you go with that. Or you can bring in this. You can bring in this, and you can bring in this, and you can bring in this to have a Godzilla Tokyo SOS setup. Like I said, it's not the right Mothra or Mothra larva, but still, the general effect is there nonetheless. Like I said, this Mothra is very vibrant and very colorful, and it can go with almost any setup that that you want to put it with. Even setups I don't have right now, or I'm showcasing right now, like her appearance in Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster or Godzilla vs. Mothra 1992. I think, well, I mean, of course, there's the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, but I hope we get a Grand King Ghidorah someday. But you know, that's just me thinking out loud. But still, you get the idea. The setups are wonderful, and it has so many potential, and that's what I love about this figure, as well as, you know, Mothra alone, because Mothra to me is one of the forefathers of kaiju, Godzilla being the first, Rodan, and then Mothra, then King Ghidorah. You know what? Let me just set this up so I can wrap this up. Yeah, there you go. Yes. And of course, I love displaying these two together, and y'all already know why. You already know why, so there's no need to question that. But once again, Mothra is a very, very great figure. Far as availability, this is the original Japanese release. Like I said, the reissue came out in late 2014. They're out there. You may have to hunt for them. They're going to be a little bit up there in price than what they were originally going for when they first came out. And that's another thing I like to advise my by fellow collectors, especially in the X Plus Collectors Facebook group, and the Kaiju Brotherhood. And in particular with the X Plus Collectors Facebook group, I know that we get new members each and every day. Welcome to the group, people. I know that you will have a good time here. But and for the new people that just get into collecting and getting into X Plus, my advice is, if you see a figure that you want, because when X Plus make a figure, they don't make a figure where they have like a large quantities of it. They don't make like maybe 10,000 or 20,000 figures where they have a whole bunch of extras left over to sell. They make only a small limited amount for those who pre-ordered, and they may make like a couple hundred extra, just be on the back side, just be safe, just in case somebody missed the pre-order window and want to get one down the line. So my advice is, when you want to figure and you don't want to pay the stupid eBay prices or aftermarket prices, just go online to the Rick Board site, or just be in talks with the members here in the X Plus Collectors Facebook group, and get your ear to the ground on what may be coming down the line that you may want to acquire. And then from there, once you know all the information, pre-order the figure. Whether you pre-order it from the Rick Board site, which may have a little bit of a little difficulty because it's in Japanese language, but there are members here that can help you out with that. Or go through other online retailers like Hobby Search or Hobby Link Japan or whatever, and then pre-order. And then from the time that you pre-order to when the figure is released, use that time to get your money together. So when you get the invoice for requesting payment for the figure that you're trying to get, you can have the money ready, you can pay for it, you can have it shipped to you as soon as possible. But do your research on what you may want to acquire. Just and of course, when a figure is announced, we're going to go by what the pictures are conveying to us. But still, know all you can about what you're getting yourself into, or what figure that you want, and then just be prepared. That way you can get the figure that you want, and you won't have to pay any stupid aftermarket prices. Because those people are out there. They're taking advantage of this hobby by doing that. By grabbing these figures, at least a whole bunch of them, at discounted prices, or at least at the cheaper version of prices they're going for, and then turn around trying to make a huge profit for themselves. Don't fall victim to that. Be smart about it. And you can learn all about that within the X Plus Collectors Facebook group, and just other members here that can tell you what to do and how to steer around that. Because nobody wants to lose money. I mean, these things are already expensive as it is. And we're all here to help each other out. So to the new people that's coming aboard, that's what you're in for. That's what you're into. Just a great place for people to come together that love these things and love expressing our passion for this, and we're all here to help each other out. All right. So thank y'all for being a part. Thank you for joining the X Plus Collectors Facebook group. You're bound to have a good time here. But once again, this is my figure review of the 1961 Mothra from her film Mothra. So I highly recommend this figure. Find one, get one. Like I said, it will add variety and color to your collection, and you will not be